JJ, what's up, man?
Good to see you
Welcome
again.
back, part two.
We changed clothes.
We changed clothes. I can't get enough of that test ride. The bike. I'm just gonna leave it at this, and I've been repeating this a lot. I really enjoyed it. It's the first time I've ridden a bike that doesn't feel like a bike, which I think that's what futuristic bikes should be. I've mentioned that so many electric bikes or EV bikes are trying to be like bikes, and when you're trying to be that bike that's always been, and then you're comparing to combustion, it becomes like, it is and it isn't. But when you create something that's complete, that looks different, feels different, rides different, I mean that's a future bike, and I really enjoyed it. I felt like, number one, the suspension's insane. I really felt like it was on glass. I mean, we don't have the smoothest roads here, and it handled it. It was gliding. It was gliding. So the back tire. Let's talk about the specs of the bike again. So it's a 240 in the rear.
Yep. Pirelli Rosso, which is the same tire that's on the DFL.
Yeah.
Big rear tire. We have a lot of power coming out of it. So more surface space, more traction on the road, and allows our motor to propel the bike with, like I said, 737 foot-pound of torque. That's an incredible amount of torque. So, we do need a really, really good rear tire for that to work with our power, essentially.
Yeah. No, but braking, handling, performance, amazing.
Thank you. And the good thing about it is, with our suspension you mentioned, when anyone orders the TS Pro from us, our suspension comes stock, standard, with two options. And I know that everyone's going to appreciate when I say this correctly. We have Öhlins, which are a very, very well-known suspension package from Sweden, I believe. And then we have Wilbur's as well. So if you order your TS Pro, you have a choice of amazing shocks and suspension or amazing shocks and suspension. It's no additional extra price.
That's
you
awesome.
get the best of the best or the best of the best. And each of our bikes come stock with Brembo brakes as well.
Yeah.
So you're not getting any add-ons from when you purchase our bike. It actually comes with the bike as is when you purchase it. So it's something I wanted to touch on there.
No, that's beautiful. Now I do want to encourage people. You're now based alongside with Bike Shed. People can come here and test ride the motorcycle.
Yeah.
You guys are selling gear. You guys are selling T-shirts, jackets, hats. You have 3 bikes total. You have 2 bikes available for test ride. 1 bike or 2 bikes displayed?
So we have 1 bike in display for now, which is the hot pink bike, and it's very it stands out in the showroom out amongst all the other motorcycle brands. But we were going to be changing the color of that bike every quarter. So next quarter, I'm not going to tell everyone what color it is. I want to surprise everyone. But the great thing about our bikes is with the fairings, they're modular.
Yeah.
So you can actually unpack the colors and just put brand new colors on if you want. And I've done that myself with our display bikes. It takes me by myself, about an hour and a half. All you need is a torque key to unscrew them, which is a really good selling point for our bike. So if you, for example, you bought an Obsidian Black TS Pro, and you think, I wanted a red one. What we will do in future is we'll have fairings available that you can purchase, and you can actually add other fairings on. And that's not happening right now, but in the future, that will potentially be an option for us. And once again, it's modular. So you just unscrew, add on your new color, and black bike on Monday, red bike for the weekend.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And that's going to be super convenient because people can do all kinds of different transformations and everything like that. But availability for Bike Shed's open every day except for Monday, right?
Correct.
So as long as Bike Shed's open, they usually can come visit you or anybody running the shop and schedule a test ride. And then they could take the 6th Street Bridge. They can go all through the down. You guys already have a route already figured out for everybody.
We do. So there's a couple options. One is we encourage people who come to the Bike Shed as members, fans of the Bike Shed, people that come in internationally to come have a bite to eat, ride their bikes up. We encourage people to come in and walk in. So if they just come in, they want a test ride. If they don't have the gear on them, guess what? We've got spare gear that they can use of ours.
Nice.
We've got helmets and gloves that they can actually use. So if they didn't come in on their bike, if they want to test ride the bike, as long as they have a valid M1 United States motorcycle license, unfortunately we can't test ride international people yet. As long as they're over 18 years of age, and as long as they haven't had any motorcycle accidents within the last year, because we actually have insurance that needs to cover that person for the test ride as well. So we have walk-ins. So if you come in and you want to ride the bike, please, we will ride with you. And we do something very unique. We actually provide what's called a tandem test ride. And it's funny because when I spoke with customers about tandem, they think that they're riding on the back with me.
Oh, hilarious.
So I'm like, no. So our test riders will ride in front on one bike, one TS Pro, and you will ride behind us, our lead rider, on the second TS Pro. So the reason for that is, number one, is this is a very unique product, right? It's different than internal combustion. So we want to be able to explain with you as we're riding the benefits of the bike, like the suspension, the braking, the different styles of riding, the different power settings. We can actually talk with you while we're riding because the bike doesn't make any noise.
Yeah.
So you stop at a stoplight, we can look at each other and say, okay, what do you think about range mode right now? Let's click over. We're going to go to Zen mode right now. This is the reason why Zen mode works this way. So that's the kind of the journey that we take a customer on. We want you to understand every aspect of the bike, not just give you the keys and say, go have fun, because that's, it's not explaining how the bike works the best way. So we have walk-ins. Additionally, you can also go onto our website, vergemotorcycles.com, and you can actually schedule a ride for yourself. And what we'll do is, once we receive that notification from you, we'll call you and just ask you a few questions. Once again, do you have an M1 license? Do you have your own helmet and gloves? And then basically schedule you in. We'll meet you here at the bike shed and we'll take you for a ride. Like you mentioned, we have a really great route that we've planned, and we kind of finish off the test ride. The coup de grace is riding across the 6th Street Bridge in beast mode. I know my team never gets sick of it. I don't get sick of it, and you and I did it together as well.
No.
It's a cool photo op as well. We'll try and take videos for customers so they have their own little, I rode across the 6th Street Bridge on the world's best EV superbike, and it's all about the experience.
In the world's best city in the world.
Go Dodgers.
Go Dodgers.
So yeah.
The bike's amazing. Let's talk about the different models, the features, and pricing, so we get an understanding. And are you selling in the United States yet? Or can people put deposits?
Yeah, sure. So currently right now we have one model out. It's our flagship model. It's called the Verge TS Pro. That bike is currently available in Europe for sale, and it's been on the road now for about a year and a half, 2 years. So we've sold to, I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, but about 8 different countries in Europe. So the bike is on the road. Anyone can go on YouTube, and we encourage people to go on YouTube to watch some of the videos of our customer reviews. We also had a motorcycle influencer. I don't know if you know of him. He's called Mark Travel's channel. And he took our TS Pro for, I believe, about a month and traveled all across Europe and logged every day. It's a really cool video showing what the bike can do, especially in Europe, which is very different than the United States in terms of weather and roads. So it's really cool. Here in the US, we're excited because we're officially going to be launching our bike, our US spec TS Pro. It's going to be coming to the US Q1 of next year. We have had people for the last 2 years make a reservation so they have their TS Pro, which is really encouraging and exciting for us. So we have the official launch of our TS Pro coming up next month in EICMA, which is one of the world's largest motorcycle conventions in Milan, Italy. And we're going to be showcasing the TS Pro model, especially the US spec bike that's coming out at EICMA.
That's
so
awesome.
It's very, very exciting for us. We had to keep a lot of...
What's the date on that?
November 6th to... Well, officially November 6th to 10th. We got press days beforehand, but I think the actual event is November 7, 8, 9, and 10. So the world will get to see the bike that our US customers will be receiving, which is... we've been planning for this for a very, very long time. And it's been difficult to try and keep things under wraps and, signing NDAs. I obviously have seen what our bike's going to be and what's going to happen, but I can say this right now, I cannot wait till that date. So it's out, the world can see it, and our US customers who've been waiting for a couple of years will get to see what their bike's going to look like.
Yeah.
So that's exciting. So once again, we're just waiting here in the US. The reason why the bike's not out right now, I think I said this in the last video, is not because we don't want it to, is that we have to comply to certain safety standards with NHTSA and DOT. And we're in that process right now. So officially, the bike will be available to the US customers Q1 of next year. So Q1 2026. So you wanted to talk about pricing. So here in the US, what we can do now is people can place what's called a reservation. We call it a resi, and it's $100. So what the $100 does is it allows us to get basic information from you, your name, address. It's a credit card reservation of $100, and it puts your place in line for manufacturing. So just like, the Cybertruck, for example, remember when the press release came out and everyone put down their $250 or whatever it was?
Yeah.
Very similar. The earlier you put your $100 reservation down, the earlier you'll be in line for manufacturing.
Right.
So that's what people have been doing here in the US for the last couple of years. And when you go into our store in Westfield Century City or Westfield Valley Fair or to the Bike Shed, for example, or you can go online anywhere in the US or anywhere in the world for that matter. Go to vergemotorcycles.com, click on reserve yours now, and you can select your configuration. It's really easy. You can actually look in real time and do a 3D model of what your TS Pro looks like. Select your color. So you wanted to talk about colors available, right?
Yeah. The colors and models.
Sure. So once again, we only have one model out right now. I can talk about our prototype.
Right. But you have like the California edition, which is like paint, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Just get a full scope of what's coming out.
Sure. So let's start with the California edition.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's a very awesome color, and it's orange. So I always ask customers, I like to see what people can think about what the basis is behind that color. So you've seen it. You actually rode the California edition.
Yeah.
So why would you think the orange color, special edition color, would be orange?
For the California edition?
Yeah. Unless I told you already,
No, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
Think California.
Amazing sunsets.
That's what I thought as well.
Yeah.
It's actually based on the California poppy, which is the state flower of California.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
but then you should have went brown and then the California bear, like.
True. True. But yeah, it's based on the California poppy essentially, and it's a very striking color because it stands out, right? I mean, you don't see many orange bikes around these days.
No. But it's interesting because if you get into like colors right now, like orange is pretty hot right now.
It is.
The new iPhone's orange. They started doing these orange accents. Like you're starting to see more. Like space
orange being cool.
Yeah, so they copied Verge, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Apple. There you go. But yeah, so the California edition is a TS Pro. In terms of performance, it's the exact same as all the other TS Pros, but it's a limited edition California color, which is very unique.
Is it only available in California? Is that going to be legit, or can the European people?
European people can order the California edition, which is going to be kind of cool for them because if you're riding around in the Alps or the Autobahn in Germany, and you got this orange California edition bike, Germans will be like, "Was ist das?"
Yeah.
Wie geht's? So it's let's get back to the other colors there, and I'll explain the different pricing for the California edition. So we have Obsidian Black, which is the bike that I've ordered myself. So it's black on black on black. So it looks like everyone looks at it on the actual website. It looks like the Bat bike.
Right.
Because of our...
It looks sick, yeah.
Looks pretty amazing.
Yeah, there's a post you guys did recently, and I was like, fucking fire. This thing's insane.
Yeah. Then we have Arctic White, which is, we call that the Stormtrooper bike.
Yeah.
And that's the one that's out the front there that I rode on when we did our test ride.
Yeah, beautiful.
We have Reptile Green. Reptile Green is definitely stands out. I call it kind of like our Miami bike. It's very Miami style.
So it's more neonish.
Yeah, it really stands out. Like it's called Reptile Green. We have Electric Blue, which me being a Dodger fan, I kind of ummed and ahed about which I was going to get, the black bike or the blue bike. So once again, if you actually order your reservation right now, if you select the Obsidian Black right now, you can change the color of your bike if you want up until the moment your bike goes into manufacturing.
Got it.
So once again, I think I might change mine to blue and I might put Dodger stickers all over it. Then we got Blazing Red, which is your racer red style, very like sexy looking. Everyone calls our Blazing Red bike sexy. California edition, we've got our yellow bike, which again stands out, quite unique. And yeah, so it's those colors there.
Yeah. Pricing and do you guys offer financing? Is it cash only? I got a few questions on that, but let's just start with pricing. And
I forgot one color.
Yeah.
Hot pink.
The hot pink that we have.
Hot pink bike. My apologies, I forgot about that. And that was a limited edition color as well. And we actually had one of our clients, I won't name their name, is a musician, and she will be putting the hot pink bike in her music video, which is coming out next year, which is really exciting. So that's going to be featured in her music video. So Yeah, I'm not sure if I can shout her out, but she knows who she is. And
Yeah.
it's exciting. So getting to pricing, in the US, it's $100 reservation, as I mentioned. So to secure your bike, you can either go online, vergemotorcycles.com, or if you come into the store, you can do it on an iPad, go into any one of our stores in Los Angeles or the San Jose Bay Area, and you can actually order it in the store, or you could use your phone. I'm not sure if you're a motorcyclist, so you probably get a lot of social media ads from other motorcycle manufacturers. So you can order it on your phone as well. It's super simple. Now, the price of the TS Pro in the US will be $29,900.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, I mean, for the performance of this bike, for the technology that it has,
for the battery, for the range,
the battery,
the features, the uniqueness,
the maintenance as well.
Yeah.
So it's a very comparable price, and everyone says, what would you compare it to, right? There's no electric motorcycle, as I said, that's in our class that's similar to the performance that we have. However, everyone says, like, let's compare it to internal combustion motorcycles. So price points, once again, with our TS Pro, there's no add-ons. There's no subscriptions you're going to get charged for. You're not going to get charged extra for more range. You're not going to get charged extra for premium suspension. That price comes with the best brakes in Brembo, the breast, Freudian slip
comes with the best. That's what you get when you buy the bike.
Yeah, the breast suspension.
Yeah,
you get Öhlins, which are a very, very well-known and amazing shock and suspension system, or Wilbur's as well.
Right.
You get the longest range EV motorcycle in 217 miles to full charge. You get the fastest charging EV motorcycle here in the US with that NACS charging. This is not added on. This is all one price. You get the best of the best with that one price.
Yeah. No, it's priced very well. If you compare it to many other motorcycles with this performance, this handling, this takeoff, it's again, I don't want to get too into it, but it's like the Cybertruck. If you talk about a regular truck that they can tow what the Cybertruck can tow, has the horsepower. When you get into that, you're not going to compare it. If you're going to compare a cheaper, affordable truck to the features of the Cybertruck, it's completely different. Yeah. So no, I thought it was going to be like in the 36, 37. I had no idea what the pricing was. So.
Yeah, and the good thing about it is, like I said, like comparable to internal combustion motorcycles. And this is not to talk down or up on these motorcycles. It's just to say, what would you consider to be comparable? And we've done a lot of research this past year and a half on who are we competing against, because we're EV, we're not internal combustion. And I like to say this to my customers is like, this is not going to compete with your Ducati Panigale V4 because it's a different style of bike. But if you want to talk performance-wise, Ducati Panigale,
right,
quite comparable in terms of the look of the bike, performance of the bike, torque, speed. That would be comparable. The next one will be probably Triumph Rocket 3. Comparable in terms of price point, in terms of torque, all the kind of things that we perform on our bike. That's another comparable bike as well. So if people are thinking about, it's EV, it's $29,900. It's a EV superbike, and it's low maintenance, and it's got incredible range, and it doesn't make any noise, and it doesn't emit any heat, and it's a really good looking bike.
And it looks badass.
Donut motor.
It looks badass, yeah.
So that's our price point here. In the EU, in Europe, in UK, comparable price, but obviously in EU and pounds as well.
Let's talk about the technology. The technology is so badass that now you guys are creating a separate company to allow people to use the technology of the Donut Hub. The technology you guys created. Talk to me about this. It's being implemented in scooters. It's being implemented, where? I mean, this is amazing.
Really, really exciting to talk about this. As much as Verge Motorcycles is who I work for, and what we're talking about now, we have our sister company that came from Verge Motorcycles because the founders, once again, the company's from Finland. Finnish innovation, Finnish technology, Finnish engineering is supreme. The founders created a sister company called Donut Lab.
Donut Lab,
yeah. Which is created the technology for our donut motor. That's why it's called a donut motor, because it looks like a donut. Yeah. And I don't know if you saw the post that I put up on our.
Now I'm gonna bust your balls a little bit.
Sure.
Why donuts? Why not ring? Why not?
I think donut is more. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's ring.
See, if you would have said, one of the founders was eating a donut when they came up with it, like if there would have been like an origin story, but okay, yeah.
No, I think donut is a worldwide concept, and it's fun as well.
Yeah.
And I actually did a speech at the LA Climate Week talking about our sustainability as a motorcycle. And I started off with saying, I want everyone to leave this meeting right now thinking about our company. And how am I going to do that? I said, does anyone here watch, or does anyone know of the cartoon series The Simpsons? I said, raise your hand. Everyone raised their hand. I said, okay, this is what's going to trigger you, and it's going to remind you of our company. I said, what is Homer Simpson's favorite food?
Oh.
What does he say?
Donuts. Yeah.
So I want you, every time you think of Homer Simpson or The Simpsons, I want you to think of Verge Motorcycles, because our rear wheel that propels our bike, the technology that we've created, that we own, and we've patented, is called a donut motor.
Yeah.
Then at the end of the LA Climate Week speech, everyone came up to me and was like, all I'm going to think about is Verge Motorcycles. And every time I see The Simpsons, I said, I got you now.
It worked, yeah.
Put your credit card reservation down then.
Yeah. See, now I'm thinking the pink bike that you have inside here in the showroom should have sprinkles.
That's a good idea.
Like sticker sprinkles.
Sprinkle it on there, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
But yeah. So the lab, so the donut lab is now. Okay, before we talk, I'm sorry because I get so many questions. I get excited here. So the donut lab was created after focusing on Verge Motorcycle, and now because of the R&D and now they're patenting their technology to other brands. Yeah. How is that expanding out?
It's incredible. I have to be careful because obviously there are trade secrets.
Tell us everything.
Oh man, that would kill me. I love my job too much. But I will say this, what the Donut Lab has created in terms of tech for future mobility is, like I said, I feel like every time I wake up in the morning, I pinch myself because I get to work for this company that's going to be revolutionizing things. So I can publicly say, because everyone knows from the Donut Lab website, that we are creating donut motors for drones.
For drones. Now, hold on. Let's stop real quick right there. That's what?
Yeah.
So what are we talking about? We're talking about the donut technology for the drone's propeller.
Yes.
Is going to be a donut as well?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Continue.
So I don't want to undermine the incredible work that they're doing, because once again, I'm not an engineer, but as a salesperson, I know what we're putting out there into the world. So drones. I'll keep going. So helicopter.
Wow.
We're working with a company, I probably can't say too much. We're working with a company on the other side of the world, I won't say which country, to provide tech for their rotors.
Okay, time out. So when we have this on drones and helicopters, just I know we have more. What's the actual benefit of it being on a drone and helicopter? Is it quieter? Is it
a couple things? Quieter, less moving parts, safer, more efficient, less use of energy, more power output. Benefits every which way.
That's insane. That's insane.
So you're literally changing the way that the actual helicopter operates through our technology.
Have you guys tried this on a drone yet?
Yes. Yeah. I mean, the technology is there. We're literally.
So it's the drone's wings. I know this is a weird movement. I'm putting my hand through a drone. Yeah. There's nothing in the middle.
So where you would normally have propellers, you would
right.
have our technology creating the whatever you want to call it, downforce, upforce for the drone to operate.
Thrust, yeah.
Thrust, yeah. Once again, an engineer would better just explain.
Of course, no. We're two regular guys, at the bike shed. Waiting for our coffees, by the way.
Yeah. But there is more, obviously. So, like I said, there's drones, there's helicopters. The next one, and we actually just released this on our LinkedIn and our page, is something called Verge Next. So we're actually creating a scooter with that technology.
Yeah.
And I'll show you a photo of it. You can go to our website and check it out yourself. But I'll show you a photo of it. Now imagine what you saw with our TS Pro on a scooter. Think about that. The power output.
It's insane. I mean, just right now with this conversation, it really takes away from the fucking engineering of what you guys have created. Because people look at it and they go, "That looks cool. Mm-hmm. That looks cool." Oh, look at that! Did you see that? It's a donut. I get it,
Mm.
but like when you start cracking down, like wait, they just created a fucking hubless.
Mm.
Take like
A scooter.
actually, how does it fucking spin?
Yeah.
Where does it connect? Where does it work? What's actually happening?
Yeah.
And like now, I want to speak to one of your engineers, and I want to see that breakdown because that's actually amazing.
I mean, I'm almost certain, if I get you in contact with our engineers or maybe even the founders, they'd be more than happy to have a conversation with you about that and be able to better explain it than
Yeah.
simple
No, you're doing great, by the way.
Yeah.
You're doing it. You're doing amazing for like, but it just gives you perspective of how big of a deal this is.
Yeah.
I
like to
it's almost like you can't reinvent the wheel.
I mean, you see the back of my t-shirt
No. What's the back of the t-shirt?
is a picture of the donut motor and it says reinventing the wheel.
Okay, I swear to you, reinvented the wheel.
Yeah. So
I swear to you, I did not see the back of your t-shirt.
Yeah.
I think you were wearing a jacket when you walked in.
Yeah.
But this is my second conversation with you guys, and I test rode a cool motorcycle, and you enter in that perspective. But you like, man, this is gnarly. This is insane. The amount of energy and force and less torque and less moving parts, and creating something safer. Like I'm thinking now. It's funny because it's safer to me thinking about it in drones and helicopters, but it's insane because then you really think about how safer it is on motorcycles. Because I don't even know if we've touched bases on this. There's no fucking chain drive. You don't have to worry about your shoelaces. You don't have to worry about stuff getting stuck in there.
Less friction as well.
Yeah, you less friction. Like this is like, come on, we've been downplaying this a lot.
Yeah. Now sitting here listening to our conversation, it gets me excited again because I think a lot of us that work here at Verge Motorcycles, because I've ridden the bike for about a year and a half now, as I said, in Europe and North America, and some of my test riders have been riding the bike here in Los Angeles for a while. I think we're spoiled.
That's
and we maybe sometimes forget how amazing this tech is. So I'll tell you this: whenever I'm riding the bike, whether it be with a customer or myself riding to take photos or videos, we get stopped everywhere we go. To a point where sometimes I get a little bit frustrated because it takes your mind off riding because everyone pulls down the window. Can I take a photo of you? What is that bike? Where are you guys from? It looks like the Tron bike. We get stopped everywhere we go, which is amazing for marketing for us. It's free marketing, but it's such a unique and beautiful and amazing product that our team has designed and created. I forget sometimes that I'm riding literally a piece of technology that was created by our team in Finland and our engineers in the UK and Germany and whatnot. Very spoiled, very lucky. But the final thing I'll say is about Donut Lab, which is the most impressive thing. And I'll be very careful what I say because I know that I can't say too much about this, but I'll allude to something. So imagine the donut motor times by 4 on a performance automotive. Imagine that.
That's wild.
It'd be the fastest car in the world, essentially.
Yeah.
That's all I'm going to say.
No, it's gnarly. It's insane. Your tire right now, do you know how much it weighs?
The
rear tire
motor or the actual
the donut
Pirelli?
The whole setup, the tire, rotors.
Sure. The motor, the actual donut motor.
Right.
And please, engineers, don't hate me if I'm incorrect here. I believe it's between 40 and 50 pounds.
The whole rear, it's just the motor.
Just the motor.
Okay.
Not including the tire.
And then tire, airs, and all that stuff. So roughly around maybe 80 pounds tops.
No, less than that.
60.
Yeah, I'll get the numbers for you. I should know this, but I will say that with that's our 2024 model year.
Yeah.
Bike that you rode. I'm not going to talk on the specifics of the US spec bike that's coming out because that's going to be launched in EICMA. But all I'll say is that there may be a difference in certain things. That's all I'll say.
No, and it's nothing. Let's be clear. That's nothing compared to the average motor on a motorcycle. Is maybe 85 pounds. Just the motor, let alone the chain or the belt, or if it's what do you call it? shaft, if it's shaft drive.
Yeah.
When you start comparing to anything, the extra moving parts and everything else, that's nothing.
Well, think about this as well. I mean, internal combustion, where do you put your gasoline or your petrol? Up top,
Up
right?
top, yeah.
So you're sitting on that.
Yeah.
So that's top heavy. And you rode our Cali Edition TS Pro. Where was most of the weight? Down the bottom.
Yeah.
So low center of gravity. Our battery pack,
Very nimble.
200 pounds.
Very.
So for someone maybe shorter or less upper body strength, you don't have to worry about when you're leaning or turning about having all that weight up top. It's down the bottom because the battery pack is down the bottom of the bike where the engine would be. So low center of gravity. And you and I will ride again. We're going to go on the PCH together. We're going to go grab a bite to eat one day, and we'll go for a longer ride. And you'll get to see when you counter steer, you just need to move your hips. You don't need to use your body weight because once again, the battery pack is down bottom, low center of gravity, really easy to maneuver. That's what makes us different again from any other motorcycle.
Now, I'm just thinking that's beautiful, especially at low speeds. That's awesome. But at higher speeds, you see, I don't know how to implement this. I'm thinking about a car, like for example, if in a Porsche, you slower speeds that it's tighter, but as the faster you go, you want to have that tighter steering, because it's more of sports steering. Now, does that translate that it's very nimble at slower speeds here compared to when you're at higher speeds? What happens when you're riding through canyons? Is it much easier? Is it familiar? Like how does it ride there? And I know we're gonna do a canyon ride, but now I'm trying to accept that.
Well, I'm excited. Once again, you and I will go down PCH together, and also I'd like to have one of my super experienced riders who's been riding for like 25 plus years go with you to Angela's Crest. And I would love your opinion on that when you actually go do the canyons yourself up at Angela's Crest and film it as well.
I rip through Angela's Crest. I still haven't. I'll take a Harley. I'll take an adventure bike, and nobody's. And I'm saying this publicly, a handful of people. Maybe if you're in a sports bike and you've been riding probably 5+ years, you might be able to keep up with me. But I ripped through Angela's Crest. That's been my backyard for 20-something years. Okay. So I just went there last weekend, and we were, insane. So riding that through ACH that'd be gnarly.
So my challenge, not challenge to you, but my challenge to anyone is, if anyone wants to question, if you're an experienced motorcyclist who's had multiple different motorcycles, from sports bikes to adventure bikes to hogs or whatever, I say my challenge is take our bike with one of our guys or myself, go to Angela's Crest, and you tell me what you think about the bike after that. That's my challenge.
Yeah.
So I welcome that.
Challenge accepted.
Let's go.
Challenge accepted.
LFG, let's go.
And it's funny because when people number one, I'm a very proud rider. I'll 27 fucking years. I've been riding, and it's 27 years riding in LA traffic daily. Right now I just picked up the Triumph not too long ago, and I put 10,000 miles in 7 months, and I get bikes from other companies that they give me all the time to let me ride, and that's splitting lanes and I'll say our canyons. If I go to other canyons, I don't know how good I'll ride, but our canyons, Southern California, and splitting lanes, I dominate there. That's my world. And people think it's crazy. People are like, what? I like when there's traffic. I like bumper to bumper. I love it.
You're a motorcyclist.
I feel free. I feel like, and I like just messing around. But it's interesting because I don't like open road.
I love open roads.
I get bored. I don't care.
Yeah.
I feel targeted. I'm like, open road, dude. Cops will pull me over so quick. I have no chance. I have no chance. But in traffic or in the canyons, I'm not getting pulled over. Nobody's keeping up with me. Nobody's gonna fucking anything. It's not gonna happen. So now that you said Verge and in the canyons, that's interesting.
I would encourage us to go, and I would love to film it. So I would probably either be in my car or
we get drone shots or something like that.
Let's do it. I would love
or the car. Yeah, you could put a camera on the car and let's
do it. And then I'd love your feedback after that, because in my opinion, whenever I meet people, I always say, if you don't come back after the test ride and you're not happy, or you haven't got a smile on your face after going to beast mode, then I accept it that this bike is not for you.
Yeah.
Because this bike is not going to be for everyone, right? Let's be honest. But if people truly appreciate, and this is something, I had a really great conversation with a customer the other day. when he said to me, "Oh, I don't know if I want to ride an electric bike because it doesn't really have, it doesn't make a sound, and I love the smell of gasoline." I said, "Why do you like motorcycling?" And he's like, "Well, I love the freedom." I said, "This bike will make you more free than anything you've ever felt before because."
Yeah.
Are you a fan of Superman or superheroes in
Yeah,
general?
yeah, of course.
So
Iron Man's like,
Iron Man's my favorite.
and he's EV. He's EV. He's an EV superhero.
I mean, he would be riding this bike.
Right.
He'd be riding this bike. But what I explained to the guy was, I want to know why people ride motorcycles. For me, I love the freedom of it.
No.
I love just going, for whatever reason, if I'm in a bad mood, I don't ride when I'm angry, but if I want to just get something out of me, I'll go for a ride somewhere, come back, I feel amazing.
Yeah.
The freedom of it. But I explained to someone, riding a motorcycle is the closest thing you'll ever get to feeling like Superman.
Yeah.
Especially when you're in beast mode and you're going of a considerable speed because you don't hear anything. All you hear is the wind in your hair. And when you're going down on the racer pegs, putting your face down to get aerodynamic, it's like you're flying.
Yeah.
So it's something you have to experience. And it's a mind-boggling experience to do that.
Yeah.
And when we go
I get that.
0 to 60 in just under 3.5 seconds.
This is wild. It's insane.
It's
not for everybody either. It truly isn't.
For thrill seekers and people that love speed and performance. So this gentleman that I spoke to, he said, "I love the freedom, I love the performance, I love going fast." I said, "That's our bike one-on-one."
Yeah.
He's like, "Huh, I never thought about it like that." We went for a test ride. He came back after beast mode. I said, "Can you lift up your visor?" He goes, "I'm smiling." He goes, I know you can see I'm smiling." I said, "I can see it in your eyes."
Yeah.
He goes, "This is wild."
Yeah. Yeah, there's something about EV of catching that speed that quick that just really changes everything.
Yeah.
And just in general, a motorcycle, to add to your point, actually, I said it this morning. It's funny because, every time I'm thinking about getting onto my bike, I'm like, is this safe? Is it not safe? What am I going to do? Yeah. Whatever the case is. But same thing. If I'm frustrated, if I'm mad, if we're talking outside and it's freezing, and I'm like, hey man, I got to ride. I got to go back home. As soon as I throw my leg over, everything's gone. Yeah. It's all gone. As soon as I throw my leg over and I turn it on, boom. That's it. If I was cold, I'm not cold anymore. If I was hot, I don't care anymore. If I was stressed or pissed, I don't care. And as soon as you start taking off and you're rolling, it's amazing. Which another point I'll give you. This was another guy that was into EV bikes, but he was a pilot for the Navy, and he flew jets. He flew jets, and I asked him. I said, "What's the closest thing to a jet?" He's like, motorcycles. He's a motorcycle.
Yeah.
And I go, why? He goes, well, the thing is that when you're in a car, it's very two-dimensional. It's left, right, straight, back, and that's it. You don't have anything else. On a motorcycle, because of the lean angles and how you're floating and this and counterbalancing and turning, it's the closest thing. And then especially when you're splitting lanes. And when you're splitting lanes, you're looking at people's mirrors, or can they see me? Can they not see me? Because you look at people's mirrors as you're splitting lanes, and the mirrors are facing the sky, facing the ground. Yeah. And you're looking at the tires. Are they coming in? Are they not coming in? How close are they to the lane? How much space do I have? And that whole experience, he goes, it's the closest thing to flying a jet.
It is.
And I thought that was pretty awesome.
And I'm glad you said that because I grew up in Australia, as we talked about. My very first bike was a 1984 Honda Nighthawk 750cc.
I had a Honda Nighthawk. That was my first bike, actually.
Get out of here. Really?
Yeah.
Mine was blue.
Mine was blue.
Get out.
But what year was yours?
1984.
Mine was like 86 or 87. A girlfriend of mine, her dad had it in San Francisco, and it was just abandoned there. And then I picked it up, Maloa, and That was my first street bike. Yeah. And then I got that and fixed it up. And I remember I was riding it I picked it up from San Francisco. I lived in Santa Cruz at the time. And I was riding to Monterey. And I remember the seat was just so hot. I was like, this thing's so hot. I thought it was going to blow up or something.
Yeah. I dropped that bike.
Midnight blue. It was like a dark blue, right?
That's the one that I had.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that's crazy. Now, I'm 43 now. So, when you get to your midlife crisis age, I've been looking for that bike because I want to buy one here in the United States, and I want to either redo it, have a pet project, or I want my first bike. I want to have it in my garage. I dropped that bike so many times and nothing happened to it. It was just built
It was
out
a
of
tank.
metal.
Yeah.
Built out of metal. But where I'm going with this is I'm a huge fan of the movie Top Gun.
Yeah.
And I think all of us motorcyclists have all dreamed about playing Danger Zone by Kenny Loggins and going next to an airport and doing that. So I used to do that back in my hometown in Adelaide.
Well, there was only two options. It was either get a motorcycle and feel like that or join the Navy.
Correct.
You don't even try to be a fighter pilot.
Yeah.
No.
I mean, that would have been cool. But getting to my point with our motorcycle is I really want to set up some test rides event next year when we can engage military and Navy and Air Force pilots and have them ride the bike. And I don't know if we could do it on Air Force bases or not, but it would be cool to be able to show people how our bike performs in a straight line. And I'll share a video with you after the podcast of me actually doing that. We did an event up in the Bay Area for something called Electrify Expo. And it was in an old military base. And they set up a course for our customers to do something called launch mode. So I took the Calais edition and I actually had my Ray-Ban POV glasses on, so point of view, you could see exactly what was happening. And the guy that was there was really cool. Instead of saying go, he said, orange, you're clear. And as soon as I kicked it into beast mode, I went 0 to 60 and I got up to 100 miles an hour on this old airstrip. And I filmed it on my POV Ray-Ban Meta glasses. It's really cool. We got to share it on our social media and people just commented on it like, that is the coolest thing in the world. And I felt
awesome.
For like 20 seconds, like Tom Cruise. I felt like Captain what's his name from Top Gun for like 20 seconds. And I had
Maverick.
I felt like Maverick for 20 seconds. And I encourage everyone, if you ever want to feel like Maverick for 20 seconds of your life, come and ride a TS Pro with us. We'll make you feel like Maverick.
That's awesome. Last thing, what's the future of Verge? We got the motorcycles, we got the Donut Lab, we got what other future things are you guys setting up? What events? Where can people find you?
Sure. Are you trying to get all the secrets out of me?
Yeah.
You're working me, right?
Yeah. It's gonna be good content.
I'm gonna be careful what I say here because we've got an incredible technology coming out, which I've seen a lot of this technology. Obviously, I had to sign non-disclosure agreements to protect this technology because if we told everyone what we're doing right now, then the cat's out of the bag. But I will say this: so we got the TS Pro. The launch date for that will be at EICMA in Italy, a worldwide release on the week of November 6th to 10th. So people will learn about the specs of the TS Pro that's coming to the United States and Europe during that week. So we're looking forward to that. Looking forward to next year. Obviously, the US bike will be delivered in Q1 of 2026. Our second model that's coming out, which is a prototype model, which we have in store in our Los Angeles store at Westfield Century City. We have a prototype of our next model, which is called the TS Ultra. Now, what's unique about this particular model is, once again, it's a prototype stage. It will be available sometime next year. I can't give you a date because I don't know. The unique thing about this bike, and this is what's impressive about our technology, is you and I talked about in our first conversation about safety. We're both pretty big on safety for motorcycles. What the TS Ultra is going to do is revolutionize motorcycle safety for a motorcyclist while riding our bike. Reason being is it will have 6 cameras on the exterior of the bike: front, side fairings, and rear. So when you're riding, the TFT screen will show you if a bike or a car or an object is coming within your vicinity. It's going to have an orange zone, which is like a safety ring around you. Then it's going to have a red zone. Red zone is someone's going to hit you. So when you're riding, say for example, you're going a straight line, you stop at a traffic light or you stop at a stop sign. If no one's paying attention, they're not seeing a small motorcyclist stopped at the front of a stop sign or a traffic light, right? They're on their phone, they're rolling up to you, they could knock you over. Our technology is going to allow the camera, and it's going to have high resolution front radar and high resolution rear radar. It can pick objects coming up to you, and it will alert you on the screen with a flash of an orange saying something's coming up behind you, or flash something red is like something's really close behind you. So it alerts you to either get out of danger's way or prepare for an impact. That's one thing.
That's amazing.
The next thing is when you're riding in and out of lanes, you put your turn signal on, it'll immediately put the camera on so you can see what's coming up behind you. So it's a blind spot monitor.
That's beautiful.
So you're going in and out of lanes, it'll say, oh, someone's coming up behind you, and it will alert you
That's beautiful.
on the screen and show you what's behind you. So these camera technologies, a high resolution radar front and back, is pretty much putting a 360-degree safety net around you while you're riding.
That's
It'll
amazing.
alert you.
Yeah.
in case of impact. Now, the second thing we have is our software. So our founders like to say we're not just a motorcycle company, we're a tech company. So the software that we created is in-house. We've created our own software. Our HMI, our human machine interface, is our software is called Star Matter, or in American Star Matter. So anyone that cannot understand my accent. And the software that we've created.
How did you say it? Star Matter?
Star Matter.
No, it sounds like a Boston.
Finnish.
Star Matter.
Star Matter. It basically integrates with the camera and the radars to provide that safety net for you and allow you to see what's coming up in and around you. In addition to some other features, which I can't talk about, but it will revolutionize safety for the motorcycle industry, safety for riding in places like Los Angeles and New York and Paris and London, for that matter. So the TS Pro is our flagship model. We're excited for that. Once the TS Pro is launched and done, then we focus on R&D and manufacturing of our TS Ultra, which will be at a different price point. Can't really talk about that right now. And we will have a little more range, a little faster charging, and potentially even faster in terms of performance as well. But that's all I'll say about that.
You know what I want to see? I'm throwing this out there for the motorcycle community and the tech companies because I think this is a no-brainer. Obviously, heads-up displays would be fucking insane, but you're talking about a $2,000 helmet. That makes no sense. But Ray-Bans just released their heads-up display glasses.
Yeah.
I want to see all these tech companies make an app for the glasses so you can see your speed and you can see everything with the heads-up display on your Meta glasses. That would be awesome. That's just an app. Like I should build it. Like
All I'm going to say is this.
You didn't say anything, man.
Exactly. I'm not going to say anything.
You didn't say anything. All right, so we can find you here in Bike Shed. We can find you. You have multiple locations in the United States. People go to vergemotorcycles.com and they can put their deposits there, schedule test rides. Your Instagram is not at JJ.
I love that.
Your Instagram is how can people get hold of you on your Instagram?
Well, first and foremost, I'd love to talk about the Verge Motorcycles Instagram. So we have a main account, which is Verge Motorcycles. So VERGE Motorcycles. That's our main Instagram account. The one that we operate with here in California is Verge Motorcycles California.
Nice.
So a lot of that is US-based content. Then we have Verge Motorcycles UK, Verge Motorcycles Germany, which is Verge Motorcycles DE. And then obviously our main website is vergemotorcycles.com. We're on YouTube as well.
May I ask, this is my curiosity, why so many different websites?
Content is created for the place you're in. So say, for example, if we were just doing content in Germany and it was winter, California people were like, this doesn't make sense to us.
We don't have snow.
We don't have, Big Bear and Mammoth. But
We don't have snow.
Yeah.
Big Bear has
Autobahn.
snow.
We don't have Autobahn.
Yeah.
Well, why are you going 190 miles an hour?
Yeah.
So we try and curate content for the locations we're in. Obviously, we have our main page, and the main page gives out content to different regions and different countries and different weather conditions. So we like to cater to the particular market. And in addition to, we like to showcase our customers as well. So we don't just show you content about motorcycles. We like to have our customers say, I just got off the TS Pro. It's amazing. I went beast mode in Beverly Hills. We like to share the passion for the TS Pro with our customers and our owners as well.
Right.
So we like to share the love with our customers and our owners and future customers as well.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. No, makes sense.
So, yeah,
and it's a good strategy too. I knew a business that did something similar where they had jumpers, like just jumper castles, and they went and had like 20 different websites.
Wow!
So when you search jumpers, no matter it was them,
smart.
It's pretty smart.
That's smart.
So yeah, it's good that you guys covered multiple, and that's going to be a lot more SEO and more easier to find you and more information, and it's more custom towards the local people as well.
Yep.
That's awesome.
There's one thing I did want to touch on is we will be obviously we do have a TikTok account. We will be working pretty hard on putting a lot of content on TikTok soon, especially with the US spec bike that's coming out. So I know I'm personally not really on social media that much because my focus of attention's, I work a lot. And when I don't work out, I go to the gym or I do sauna. which is a very famous Finnish thing. I love using my sauna, my infrared sauna at my home. But we will be on TikTok soon, or we are on TikTok now, but there'll be a lot more content coming on TikTok. So if you guys are TikTok fans, go at us, Verge Motorcycles, and get ready for some cool content here from not only in Europe and UK, but also the US.
My a fun fact, TikTok's super addicting.
Yeah, that's why they use it.
So I made a rule that the only time I will jump on TikTok is if I'm on the Stairmaster or on the elliptical, and I've done an hour. No problem.
Yeah.
No, I'm just going on stairs, drenched. I'm just like, because it once it gets you, it gets you. It's like the feeds are amazing. Like, oh my God, how did they know? This is what I'm going through. Oh, this is great. You know,
It's insane. I mean, a lot of my friends do TikTok, and they'll say they'll be in bed, they'll wake up, and then like 2 hours later they're still in bed. I'm like, what did you do for 2 hours? I was on TikTok. I'm like, I can't do that. I need to go for a jog. I need to go to the gym. I need to go sauna, or I need to work.
yeah, you have to get out.
I need to be productive. I can't sit still too long.
I had one guest, friend, on the podcast, and he goes, "Dude, I was on TikTok for a long time." I go, "Yeah, a lot of people are." He goes, "No, a long time." He goes, I go, "Yeah." He goes, "No.
10 hours.
Like, you don't understand. It was so long that like there was a pop-up that said from TikTok, like, you should put the phone down." And
That scares me.
Like he was talking about like 8 to 10 hours.
That worries me, because I know that I know my personality.
Yeah,
And if it's about motorcycles,
of course.
or like I rescue dogs as well. So like if it's about rescue dogs or whatever, I probably would just be sitting there just.
If it was rescuing dogs on motorcycles, forget about it, dude.
Dude, seriously, like, let's create our own channel.
Yeah, cool, man. I appreciate you. We'll get round 3 going, and yeah.
Looking forward to riding with you at PCH and also Angela's Crest.
Oh yeah,
And thank you for having me on. I enjoy the conversation.
good. Jozsef. Thank you, guys.